Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Watch for a look at your Colorado weather forecast. We're going to get in some detail here about that upcoming next few days, including, by the way, this upcoming weekend. It does look like we're going to be looking at some maybe stormy weather, especially on your Saturday. So kind of break that down for you. In the meantime, it's hot, it's dry again, and it is first day of pumpkin spice latte season, and it couldn't feel more honestly inappropriate with those temperatures into the mid-90s already for us in eastern Colorado. Denver already up to the 90-degree mark. And by the way, hot and hazy, as I mentioned already, in Denver. And it's going to get even hazier as we get later on through the afternoon. That is mainly due to ground ozone. In the mountains, we're talking about increased fire danger risk. And also, as we get near Thursday, that's when we start to see some changes that'll come in the form of a cold front. Eastern Colorado, low to mid 90s in place for most of us. 101 for us in Lamar already. How about that? Already just noon, and it's already 101 degrees for us along the Eastern Plains Mountains. As usual, a little bit on the cooler side, 60s and 70s, some 80s for us along the western slope. Now, we have to update this because we are now up to our 48th day at 90 or above in Denver at DIA. We average 44 days in a full calendar year at 90 or above. So 48 days already. We're almost for sure going to get there again tomorrow, and we'll likely get well above 50 days at 90 or above this year once all is said and done. Forecast highs for today. Look at those Eastern Plains ones. 104 in Lamar for our friends down there. That sounds a little on the rough side, even close to 100 degrees for many of us in far eastern Colorado, including Burlington, Yuma, and on up into Sterling. Denver, 93. That will be about 5 or so degrees shy of our record for the date, which was, by the way, set just last year. We got up to 98 for that record high a year ago. Air quality alerts. We are looking at some increased ozone for today. That's going to be the main pollutant at the surface. We're talking about ozone. So when we're talking about that, that is frankly caused by just general old pollution. That is when you get the sunlight that meets the warm temperatures combined with that pollution, that rising air, and that leads to that creation of ozone at the surface. That'll dissipate tonight, but until 4 p.m. we do have that ozone action alert day that is in place throughout the entire urban corridor. Northwest Colorado, it is a red flag warning for today. Tomorrow, the Yampa Valley on south and through Kremling and some of the Gore Mountains, and getting on south into Summit County, looking at some of those alerts that are in place for us as well. Satellite and radar picture, it's dry for us statewide. It's going to stay that way for your day today as well. Maybe a storm or two east of Colorado, but for us here across Centennial State, it stays dry. It stays also on the warm side for your day today, even warmer for tomorrow, but maybe increasing that chance for a storm tomorrow. I'll show you that in just a second. Meantime, tonight, 61 degrees, sunset at 7:42. So starting to get earlier and earlier, and probably noticeably earlier and earlier with that sunset time. And tomorrow, as mentioned, it's hot and dry. Slight chance of a storm. I think it's going to be far eastern Colorado, east of, I would say, maybe Fort Morgan and Lyman, where we have that chance for a storm for your day tomorrow. But again, for tomorrow, the story is that heat temperatures generally in the low to mid 90s for most of us, the mountains 70s and 80s. So that forecast for tomorrow, again, we start off on a dry note. It's late tomorrow where we see 1 or 2 storms. Again, I would say from about kind of Lyman, Akron, Sterling, maybe La Junta on east, where we have that best chance for a storm. And then in the southwestern part of the state, the San Juans, maybe 1 or 2 very isolated showers and storms develop tomorrow and tomorrow night. The more significant and widespread system will arrive for Thursday, and that'll come in the form of a cold front that drops on in from the north and west, and that'll bring us our next more widespread chance at showers and storms. Again, that'll be for tomorrow, and I should say for Thursday and Thursday night. Notice those temperatures tumbling on down. I wouldn't exactly call it a very sharp cold front, but we do get those temperatures on down into the upper 80s for a high on Thursday. Friday and Saturday, we're right back up again into the low 90s. And then by Sunday, we get a more powerful cold front that'll arrive late Saturday, and that'll bring back those temperatures more significantly for your Sunday. Again, that Saturday-Sunday cold front at this point appears to be a bit stronger than the one that we're expecting for your Thursday. And as a result, we should get those temperatures down into the mid-80s on Sunday. That sounds pretty nice to me. But if you're planning ahead for the weekend, just keep in mind that Saturday, probably a better chance for a storm than Sunday. So you got those outdoor barbecues or something outdoors plan, maybe a game weekend in mind for the weekend. Make it, I would say, Sunday at this point. It looks drier. It also looks cooler. So Saturday, again, maybe a bit stormier and certainly going to be on the warmer side. So that should do it in terms of that overall forecast for you here. And again, I would say Sunday over Saturday if you're making those weekend plans. And until then, generally on the hot and dry side. Thanks for joining us here for a detailed look at that Colorado forecast.